Alright, yeah. So, this is my 4th time in Vegas this year alone, and that's pretty fucking depressing because, you know, usually when you go out of town, you want to pick, you know, there's about 1 million places in the world to go, and I talked to my dad the other day, and he's like, well, you going to Vegas? I said, yeah, you know, I'm going to go and gamble and maybe do some stand-up comedy. He's like, okay, well, do not come on anything, okay? And I told him, I was like, okay, I won't do it. But I was like, sorry to disappoint you, Dad. I didn't come on nothing unless you, you know, unless you count jizzing all over yourself alone in your fucking room. And so anyways, I did that last night. I'm sorry. So anyways, I'm from Texas, and I don't know what y'all think about Texas, all right? You know, we have a, you know, bunch of racist people in Texas. Really, I mean, a lot of racist people. And I like to fuck around with a lot of people, all right? I have a convenience store, and I meet all kinds of people, all right? All kinds of people. And so one time, I mean, a lot of times, but one time a lady came, and I didn't even know who the hell she was. And we were just talking for a little bit, and all of a sudden I was like, you know what? I have cancer. And she's like, what? She's like, yeah, I got cancer. And she said, what kind of cancer you have? I'm like, well, I got brain cancer. You know, I might have 3 months to live. And, you know, I'm just a dick sometimes. And so this lady, she's like, oh, man, I feel so bad for you. You know, you got cancer. You ain't going to live for so long. And I'm like, that's cool. You know, it doesn't matter. And I wanted to tell her right then and there that I was just fucking with her. But I just let her walk out the door. And I know she's probably thinking to herself, like, man, this guy's going to die in 3 months. Like, what should I do, right? Well, I just never see her again. And so she's probably thinking to herself, like, yeah, that guy's probably dead. So anyways, so I, like I said, I fuck with a lot of people. And people come to the store. And so because I'm Indian, and it's pretty fucked up, my Indian accent is not very good. Okay? I sound like a fucking Middle Eastern guy. Alright? My friends can speak better Indian than I can, and they're fucking white. Alright? And it's pretty fucked up. For example, I was at Walmart one day using my Indian accent to try to get a discount. Alright? And the reason I say this is because at Walmart, when they deal with Indian people, they don't want to deal with them. Alright? They want discounts all the time, and they're fucking cheap as shit. So I try to go up there, and this lady's like, really? You're going to use that? I'm like, fuck this, I'm out. And my white friend comes up, and he uses his Indian accent, and he's all like, okay, yeah, I want this and this. And she's like, oh, well, where are you from? And he's like, oh, I'm from India. And she's like, oh, really? That's pretty cool. And I'm like, what the fuck? He's fucking white. He is not from fucking India. Alright? I had a girl come up to me, and I used to live in China for 3 years. Alright? And for those 3 years I used to live in China, and I used to tell people, I had people come up to me and ask me, hey, are you Chinese? I'm like, come on, dude, I'm Asian. Alright? I'm Southern Asian. I do not look like I'm Chinese at all. Like, it's fucking crazy. Alright? And, so anyways, I try to use my accent, and I try to fuck with people. So people will come to the store and stuff, and I'll be like, hello, how are you doing today? And they're like, oh, pretty good, pretty good. And I'm like, how can I help you? And I'm like, oh, and they're like, yeah, can I get a pack of cigarettes, maybe $20 in gas, whatever, right? I'm like, okay, cool, 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 thank you very much. And then after that, I'm like, hey, so how's the weather, dude? Like, what's going on today? Like, what you hauling? And they're like, what the fuck? And in their head, they're thinking, what the fuck is going on? But they don't say nothing. And they're like, you know what? They're like, oh yeah, I'm hauling this, I'm doing this and that. I'm like, okay, okay. And then at the very end, I'm like, okay, have a good day, my friend. And, I wonder what they think when they go out. Either whether they're like dumbfounded and they're like, what the fuck is this guy saying? Or they just don't pay attention at all. Because some people literally just don't pay attention at all. Alright? They're just like, okay, cool, and they walk out the door and they're like, alright, fuck it, So, anyways, yeah, I took a girl out the other night, okay? And she's like, yeah, the next day she texted me, she's like, hey, I had a good time, but I don't remember what happened. And I'm like, really? You don't know what the fuck happened last night? So I could literally tell you anything I wanted, and you would believe anything I'd say. So I was like, yeah, so we went out, we had fun, we had a bunch of drinks. Then apparently at 2 in the morning we went to McDonald's and you gave me a hand job in the bathroom. Alright? After that, we went back to my place and you fucking raped me. Alright? You fucking raped me. Alright? Well, how about we go to dinner tomorrow night? Hey, it could change. But anyways, yeah. So what else? So
nothing else.
yeah, I know, right? I know. I'm lame. This is my first time. Remember that. Alright?
It's okay.
How about you?
You're fine.
Done.
It's good.
I'm done.
Yeah, all right.
Alright.